A live look at Acrisure Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in week 3. It's the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns and the UCF Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
UCF has a unique stadium, the Acrisure Bounce House. Florida tries to get this going loud and proud in Orlando. It opened in 2007. Nearly 50,000 fans pack it in to make sure that is loud and crazy for the Golden Knights. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Ragin Cajuns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So UCF's offense will go on the attack first. Duke Watson came over from Louisville. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Takes the handoff. It's Williamson. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch, it's Ashley. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Using his feet. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
From the red zone, it's Watson. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! They grab the early lead.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scrimps his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ragin Cajuns offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And it'll be Lunch Winfield running the show. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
And I tell you what, this QB, man, he has been the surprise of the season to start so far. Just ascending in play. Got his team in a good spot, playing at a really high level. Plummer, this might be a guy that we say, we might not have been talking about him preseason, but we're talking about him now.
Yeah, and we were talking to him this week before the game. He told us he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder coming into this season. He said, you know, not a lot of people were talking about me. Not a lot of people were giving me the attention that I really felt like I deserved. But I'm going to play, and I'm going to get people's attention. He's been doing that. This kid has been balling.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Rush right in his face. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Ragin Cajuns will line up to punt it away. Trying to get started. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Making the adjustment. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Finds his target. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to Watson. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Knights with the 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Pulls it. Now the pitch. Got a little grass. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Knights looking to convert on 4th down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Hauls it in. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Long way to go on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Winfield. Rushes on. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB and gets the safety.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Fields the punt. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Knights will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to pass, it's Winfield. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Ragin' Cajuns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So after the break, they'll go back to work. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Right back to the well. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Doing it himself again. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The Ragin Cajuns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm, and they're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker and let him do the rest. Nice job seeing it. Nice job executing by this offense.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
Wants to throw one first. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Hits the hole. It's Williamson. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Out wide right, it's Ashley. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A handoff for Watson. Here's a little room. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. On the return, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ragin' Cajuns offense takes the field to begin this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Rocks through the defender. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, looking to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quarterback keep. Shows him the stiff arm. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Winfield. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Looking long. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on routes short. They take a shot down the field on 3rd and short. Questionable shot, probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, just because you have the shot play called on 3rd down like that as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the freedom to just throw it down there if he's not open. I think that time he forced it into traffic, and that's why it got picked off.
First play of this drive. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Gets a hand in there.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Ragin' Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. Not a lot of room to field this one. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Under pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Moves the pocket. It's Winfield. Zips it out to his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, pressure's coming. Right side, it's Walsh. That should be the final play of the first half. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's Michigan State able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside the Bounce House. It's been a near flawless first half of football from that defensive unit, pitching a shutout behind a relentless front 7 and some dynamic playmakers in that secondary. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports studios at the Bounce House.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Ragin Cajuns head coach told me at the half, his biggest frustration right now is not being more productive on offense. He understands his home environment is a challenge. Communication has been an issue at times, but he said they are just out-toughing us at the line of scrimmage. He said we've got to start establishing our rhythm, get into a rhythm, and start making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Hand it to the back. Uh-oh, look out. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Dropping back, it's Winfield. Looking for a big play. Got it down the field. To the house. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him and this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial, but it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start, and they cut into this lead, but it's going to have to be continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Left side is Watson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Running inside. It's Watson. Got the first down. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Play action on first down. Out wide left, it's Ashley. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeper. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
2nd down, going to throw it. Flush to the left. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Returns it down to the 47-yard. And this defense thrives on taking the football away. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. And play stop for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Sets his feet, it's Winfield. Fires to the tight end. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground game on the left. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that In the drive, you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And play stop for just a second as there is an injured Knight on the field. The Ragin Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. They send the tight end in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running the option, it's Winfield. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Ragin Cajuns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. They want to throw it. Working that wide receiver screen. Snowed under by the defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Winfield. On the move. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard, it's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him
flying down the left side. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Knights! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles, that's for dang sure.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Ragin Cajuns send out the punt unit. Looks it in. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Gonna run it. It's Williamson. Turning it on. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As we head into the fourth quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the two backs stack up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run out of the gun with Watson. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
They'll give it to Watson. He's past the sticks. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Williamson getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's design or whether it's off-script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up all. The whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Louisiana offense heads out onto the field to start this drive. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Trying to run, it's Williamson. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Here's a give to Watson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Now on the move. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Quick give. Nowhere to go.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Winfield. They're all over him. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble, and he's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
Searching for space. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. First down here for the offense. And the quarterback takes a knee. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Third and long right here. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.